Alright, so we should be live, guys. Let me just go to live on Facebook. Okay, I'm just going to go live on Facebook. Okay, so we should be live now. Let's just go and have a look, see if we're live. Oh, we are live. Good morning, Oliver. How are you, mate? So I've got my this is like my vitamin C kind of a vitamins slash kind of a thingy that I take, which I'll be taking. So this is going to help me with my diet, I think. So anyway, as you can tell, I just woke up, so sorry about the appearance, but I thought I'd just do this live stream, get this out of the road, and good morning, Chris, and let you guys know what's happening. So yesterday I did a live stream on let's have a look. Let me just go to my post. Good morning, Corinne. Good morning, Fatima. Fatima, good morning. Hey, Simon. Hey, Tommy. What's going on, guys? Good afternoon from Brizzy. Oh, it is afternoon from Brizzy. I forget the time. You guys are 3 hours ahead. So I'm back in Chiang Mai time, and I forget already. Hi, Tiho. Hey, Tony. How you going? Yeah, so anyway, guys, Power Ledge is on a bull run, as you can see. Power Ledge is going to be one of my long-term holds. I'm just gonna hold this till the end of the year and see where I'm at with it. At the moment, I think it's like $2, and you know, potentially Power Ledger. Oh man, I don't even know. I don't even know where it will be in 12 months' time, but I know there's going to be more than now. So it's $2. I'm sitting at 35,000 profit. But don't forget too, guys, I sold 60,000. 60,000? Yeah, I sold 60,000 Power Ledger. So if I didn't sell, oh my God, I'd be at 120,000 profit. But I sold to take my initial investment out, and you know, I'm quite happy to do that because I invested. What did I put into Power Ledger? 20 Ether into Power Ledger. So I had to get my return back, which I have. Now it's just all house money. And then, see, I even bought back into Power Ledger. As you can see, I bought into Power Ledger again at 51 cents. And I spent another 937. So, you know, looking in hindsight, when I bought it at 8 cents, I did go back in more. I should have bought more when it was 51 cents. But anyway, so that's the profit, 35,000 profit right now, which is, you know, I'm happy with that. But I'm just going to let this ride right away to the moon. It's $2 now. So if it gets to $2, if it gets to $20, I'll be able to get a Lambo just with Power Ledger. That's about 350,000. USD probably about 450 maybe, but then again, you know, you got to keep some for tax. So maybe $30 for Power Ledger before I can get a Lambo with that. But you know, I probably wouldn't get a Lambo. But anyway, it's just a figure of speech. So, and also, guys, I was telling you about. This is just another one there that's gone up. Publica, which is another good little income earner I got. And I said I was going to announce the 100x token, which I will in a second. All right. But just give me, what did I talk about? I talked about, okay, yesterday I talked about Tron. All right. And I said that I'm bullish on Tron. I think it's going to go places. Now it's already 13 cents. So yesterday when I did a thing, I mean, it's going to pump, right? It's going to go up, it's going to go back down. But yesterday it was 7 cents. So, I don't think, there's no way people would have bought Tron, but not enough people to pump it. But you got to look at it long term. Okay, it's taken a bit of a spike, but you can't look at this as a realistic. You just have to look at it long term. So this is go back down again. No biggie. But I mean, if I was to sell, I'm just looking at my Blockfolio app, which is very slow these days. And this is pulling it from Binance or Binance, what do you want to call it? So yeah, I'm already 5,000 profit up on Tron from yesterday. So that acquisition was already netted me 5,000. Mind you, though, that's including the 500. That's including 500 tokens that I got at 1 cent. So keep that in mind. 1 cent. Yeah. Oh, sorry, at 0.03 cents. So anyway, long story short, yeah, Tron long term. If you would have bought it yesterday, you would be already in profit. Probably what? 40% profit. You'd already been in profit, right? From yesterday. And today I'm going to tell you about a token. Again, this is long term. It's not going to make you rich overnight. You'll get pumps, but you got to look at it long term. So look at Tron long term. The next one I'm going to tell you about, in my opinion, this one's 100x. All right, so it's not going to make, again, it's not going to make you rich. You just have to wait. It's not going to 100x tomorrow. It's probably not even going to 100x for at least another, I don't know, 12 months, okay? Or maybe even longer. But this, in my opinion, this one is like, you must, I mean, I have definitely, well, I've already invested in it, okay? So, but before we go there, I don't mean to be negative. I'm just, you know me, guys. I just call it how I see it, all right? And I'll just tell you up front, right? BitConnect X. I just, honestly, guys, honestly, I'm just shaking my head. But anyway, that's what it is. It is what it is. All right, it is what it is. This is just a money grab because BitConnect is losing money. It's going to fail, just as Cliff High said that they're going to start to run out of money in December, and lo and behold, right? This is Cliff High. Everyone knows Cliff High, right? And geez, what the hell is up with this cat? Every time I start these live streams, this freaking cat starts getting. Hey, come on! She's an adorable little cat. So yeah, right. This is Cliff High said that, according to his data, BitConnect is not going to be able to sustain its loans in December. So now, lo and behold, now they've just launched this BitConnect X, right, which is a separate company. And there's people in BitConnect, but guys, you got to wake up and you got to think logically. All right, think logically. Think from a perspective and not with your head that because you're invested in it. Get down. Right? Why are they launching this? To get money. Right? Why are they launching this? To get money. And this is just a pure money grab to sustain BitConnect, because BitConnect is going to go down. Well, it's already going down. But anyway, that's just my opinion on it. All right? If they had money, why do they need to raise more money? But anyway, we won't go there. I just think the more you distance yourself from these shady things like BitConnect and BitConnect X and stay a legit route, you're gonna be a lot better off in your life. I mean, anyway. But anyway, look, I know there's people out there that do it. Don't take it personally. I'm just, you know, I've been in this space for a long time, and yeah. Anyway, there's no need to do shady stuff, guys. There's no need for it. There's so much freaking money in this space. It's unbelievable. Right, I'm gonna drop you another nugget right now. And I went and bought, what did I buy? I bought what did I buy? About 7 ether last night, which is about $7,000 worth. So I think that this is going to go to the moon. Okay, Tron's 18 cents on hit BTC. Yeah, it'll spike. It'll go back down. And oops. And I'll all right, so what is it? Well, this is what it is, guys. It's called Nebulous, and it's a decentralized platform which provides search framework for all blockchains. Okay, so basically, I mean, it's kind of technical what this actual project does, but basically what it does is, like, it allows developers and it allows you know, people in blockchain to search and to fix up their well, it basically allows them to get information, right? And it allows them to search pretty much any type of blockchain or any type of source code or protocol or whatever, right? And then they can fix up their own blockchain without having to fork. So it's Nebulous Rank, or NR, is the core ranking algorithm, which is open source. The algorithm is based on liquidity, propagation of users, assets, and interactivity between users. NR is used to rank addresses, smart contracts, and distributed application dApps and other entries on the blockchain. Nebulous Force, these are the there's incentives. So that's basically what it does. It's not a search engine, it's a search engine for blockchain, right? So it's not like Google where you go to this and you search for stuff. It's actually a search engine for blockchain, right? So it's quite technical of what it's actually used for, but mainly it's used for developers to basically fix up their stuff and to get information. Because this information is really, really valuable, and pretty much everything that runs on a blockchain will be able to use Nebulous to do updates, fix things, and all this information is there for them allowed to do that. So they just launched their testnet, which happened last night, and as you can see. So long term, this is like a very, very big project, right? Because it's the technology behind this is what's going to drive the value. So they just launched their testnet here just actually a while ago, a few days ago, but that's why you've seen the price increase. It's gone up and down, but as an actual project itself, I think long term it's big, and this is what I've got at 100x. Right now, what I mean by 100x, I mean 100x from the ICO, not from now. Okay, that's the bad news. but it's still like you're still gonna, in my opinion, I'm still gonna make big profits from this because it's because of the type of project that it is, right? So where it could be in 12 months time, I don't know. I don't know where the price will be in 12 months time, but I know it's going to be more than now, right? And there's profits to be made because it's such a baby right now. Let's have a look at the market cap. I mean, it's $6.67. There's only 110 million total supply. It can't even tell me, coin market cap can't even tell me it's a market cap because it's so new. You know what I mean? This project is so new. It's finished the ICO, now it's come to market. And you guys know, right? That's where I'm making a lot of my bread. Not from existing coins, and you know, you can swing trade existing coins, you know. But in my opinion, it's a lot easier to get into these coins that have just come from ICO that have hit the market, because they're just like a baby. They've just come out of the womb, right? And if you know which ones are the solid projects, you can make a lot of money. And in my opinion, this is one of them, right? Tron was recently in one as well. Tron did their ICO, I think, back in September, October, maybe. I think it was October, Tron. So Tron is also new as well. So these are the ones I like to hit. I like to hit these good, solid ICOs, which have some type of, the project is huge, or they have some sort of infrastructure or blockchain behind them, right? So they're like a Ethereum or a Stratus or like a Neo. And then, right, and they're backed by a good solid team, and you know, they got some smart people behind it, and because of their that type of enterprise project, as it develops, it's going to gain value. It's not just like a smartphone app that mines coins, like we saw for Electronium, which, you know, put the majority of their money back into marketing to pump it. That's just artificially inflating. It's not leading by the technology. If you see these projects that actually lead from the technology, it's like Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin was nothing but just, you know, a digital currency that didn't do anything, and it wasn't backed by actual real something like the blockchain, which was backing it, which allows people to transfer, you know, one Bitcoin to another Bitcoin from wherever they are in the world, right? And the blockchain wasn't secure, and you know, then it'd be worthless. It'd be worthless. But when you get into these tokens or ICOs that are actually backed by, you know, the technology behind it, or the idea behind it, and the project, the people behind it, it's a long-term project and it's solid. Then it's just a matter of time before the actual token will gain value, and I think that Nebulous is one of them. So it's something to think about for the future. Once you get into these ICOs and post ICO tokens, if it's not a good project and it's not solid, then long term it's not going to be it's not going to go up. So that's why I like Power Ledger, because Power Ledger's, you know, it's long term. It's going to be a good solid project. Same with Bread, you know, and same with this Nebulous, and that's why I think that there's profit to be made with this one, definitely. All right. So that's my pick. There's still a few more tokens that I have to buy, and I'll these are also ones that I think are going to be worth a fortune at the end of the year, and you know, I'll probably spend a little bit more than I was going to spend with Tron, and with Nebulous. Right, so I think I spent 7,000 with Nebulous, and with Tron I spent, I don't know how much I spent. I can't remember how much I spent with Tron, but you know, I was initially going to spend like, you know, $1,000 at each one, so I got a bit carried away there with Tron. I bought 100,000 or 103,000 times 0.07. Yeah, actually, I spent 7,000 with Tron, but I'm already. If I sell now, I'm 5,000 profit up. So you know, but then with Nebulous, I think I'm about. It did go up to about $7 this morning. It's dropped back down. I think I'm about $500 profit with Nebulous if I sell. Okay, this is just if I sell. So I'm going to hold on to these and just see where I'm at. Now, if you want to buy, if you're looking at Nebulous, you have to buy on Hubi. See, Hubio Pro, I think it is. Now, this exchange was in China, but then they moved to the jurisdiction of Hong Kong, which is what mainly many of these exchanges are doing now, right? So if you want to buy Nebulous, you have to buy it on Hubi Pro or Huobi Pro, and this is actually one of the biggest exchanges. All right, China Exchange now, it's based in Hong Kong. They've transferred everything. They've had a gut full of China, and they've got Nebulous. All right, their traffic is pretty big. Let's have a look at their ranking. Yeah, so they're a fairly big exchange. So what? So yeah, every day I look at my portfolio. I see what's happening, and I see that Stellar Lumens has gone up. Cardano's increased by like 60 to 80 cents in the last week. Ripple's gone up. Tron, there you see there, Tron's now gone above EOS, and it's closing on Dash. So as you can see, Tron will get into the. It'll just be a matter of time before Tron gets in the top 10. Once it gets in the top 10, I think you're going to find that a lot more investors will look at it, and you know, anything that gets in the top 10, it's a big deal. And then you're gonna probably see a lot more money coming into Tron, right? And only a couple of days ago, it was sitting at 17. So Ripple, I'm not a fan of Ripple. I you know, I saw them on Ripple. Everything that Ripple stands for, is against what cryptocurrency is. And I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not going to invest in it. I don't care if it goes to, you know, whatever. I'm not going to invest in it. I just don't want to invest into something that undermines everything that Bitcoin, or what, you know, what everything Bitcoin stands for. Ripple is everything the opposite. And the reason why all this money's coming in is because, you know, the banks are getting involved in this. And the banks are controlling this. Banks are putting big money into this. As these more and more banks come on board, they're buying Ripple. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it at all, one bit. So anyway, that's just my opinion on it. But I mean, you know, you can make money from it. Obviously, I'd rather make money from other stuff. I do my ICOs. I'm very happy doing my ICOs, and I'm investing in these post ICOs. Okay. That's what I do. I see that there's a really big gap. There's people are trading all this stuff here on these top 10, right? Which you can make money from. But I'm getting in, you know, just imagine when Bitcoin was like, you know, 10 cents, or Ethereum was like 17 cents, or Litecoin was like 11 cents. You know, Dash was like 5 cents or whatever, right? This is what I'm doing with ICOs, because if you buy with these ICOs and you buy with these post ICO tokens, you know, you can even if you threw, you know, $100 at something at its infancy, just as it's, you know, come out of the womb and it's still a little baby, long term, you can make a lot of money. You know, it's like buying Bitcoin or Ethereum or Litecoin or Dash when it was like cents on a dollar. That's what I'm trying to achieve with these ICOs. And because I research a lot of ICOs, and I know that most ICOs they just won't go anywhere. But there's going to be some ICOs that will become the next Neos and the next, the next big cryptos, right? So I know from the ICOs that are emerging, I know which ones are going to be good long term. So even if I miss the ICO, I can still get in at the post ICO, and that's what I'm doing with these crypto coins like Tron, which sold out in 10 seconds. They raised 53 million in 10 seconds and sold out. And Nebulous is one also that I missed. See, so that's why I'm investing in these ones, because they're good, long-term, big projects. And I'm still going to make money even if I miss the ICO stage. Yeah, I looked at Proactive. I looked at this one. I have a friend who's bullish on it, but I need to relook at it. It's getting pumped at the moment. And I don't know if I'll go into it. I don't know. I'll keep watching it. Oops. I'll keep watching this XRB. I'll keep watching it, which is XRB. I think this is this one, yeah. Ray blocks, yeah. Right, so it's dropped 20% now. So it's probably a good time to buy actually. But I've been watching this one. This one was like just peeking out of the top 10 at one point. But I have a friend who told me about this one, and it's certainly something to look at in the future. Maybe I'll have to keep on researching it. And yeah, ADA was like, oh man, it was only like 40 cents last week. Yeah, if you have limited funds, then I would flip. Someone asked me about Power Ledger this morning, and it's kind of hard. You don't really want to sell off, your really good ICOs, because like Power Ledger in the long term, Power Ledger hit $2 today. I don't know where it is now. I mean, I just showed you my profits on Power Ledger. So it's $1.99 right now, and my profits on Power Ledger, if I sell, are 35,000. So, who knows where Power Ledger will be, right? So this is a wallet investor. I mean, you can't really take these you just got to take these as a grain of salt. You can't really go, oh, this is what they're predicting, because this thing's inaccurate as well. This is what they're predicting, so this is what's going to be. I would just look at it at a grain of salt, just give you an idea, maybe, possibly. But they reckon Tron's going to be 35 cents at the end of the year, right? And this is walletinvestor.com. If you go on forecast, and then you go to Power Ledger, the thing with this is don't take it as gospel. Just have a read of it and just see what they think, and it'll just give you a gauge. So they're saying Power Ledger can be $7.73 at the end of 2018. So let's just say if it hits, let's just say it's $2 now to 4x. So if they're saying it's going to hit $8 at the end of the year, I think it's going to hit more. I think it's going to hit more than $8. I think it's going to be like $15, right, at the end of the year. Which will mean $15, maybe 7.3. So yeah, Power Ledger profits could be over 200 grand at the end of the year, maybe 250 grand, $250,000 in profit if I hold. So it won't get me a Lambo. Maybe you have to hold a lot longer for a Lambo for that one. So yeah, long term, I think Power Ledger could go to $15 at the end of the year. But you know, so it's now $2. It's still a good deal. I mean, I probably should buy some more. But every time they release these updates, I mean, the last update they did was for a partnership in Thailand with a company in Thailand, a big company in Thailand, I think Energy or something. So every time they increase or get more partners on board with their network, it's going to increase the value. And I see Power Ledger probably $15 at the end of the year, maybe more. We just don't know. But I know it's definitely going to be more than now, and I'm just sitting pretty at the moment because there's no reason for me to sell. You know what I mean? There's no, like, 35,000. It's still chicken feed. I mean, you know, I sold Icon at $1.70, I think, $1.69. So now Icon's like $7. So what I've learned from these ICOs is sometimes it's best to hodl. Okay, if you can, try to hodl, because 3 months in this game can mean tens and thousands of dollars. All right, and I'll give you an example. All right, Bread was one of the ICOs that we got into recently, and we bought this one just last month. Actually, I was sitting down with our friend of mine who's runs ICO Gold Rush with me, and we bought Bread when it went live. So this was only 2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, so we bought it live, and it didn't really do much. It sort of hovered around $1.50, $1.60. Now Bread's gone up to let me have a look at the price. 44 cents. Holy cow. Yeah, Bread's gone up. It's 44 cents on Binance. Let's just have a look on CoinMarketCap. Hang on a second, that's not right. Oh, plus 44 cents. Sorry. I'm looking at it's gone up 44 cents. It's not 44 cents. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, it was hovering around $1.60 for forever, right? And then we're thinking it's not doing much. And this was an ICO we got into a couple of weeks ago. But then, you know, you hold, you wait, and eventually it's going to go up, right? So that's a big tip for you guys that are in ICO Gold Rush, or even people that are getting into ICOs, right? When you buy the ICO, if it's a good project, and you know, you should only be getting into the good ones anyway, right? If you hold, you can make tens and thousands of dollars more, and Power Ledger is a perfect example, and also Bread too. Bread's now it's broken through $2.34. Yeah, $2.34. This is an example, you know. So I'm looking at my Blockfolio app. I'm at 27,000 profit on that as well. Okay. Oh. See, 27,000 profit. I spent 14,225, and then now I'm in profit, $27,151.08. Now that wasn't like that about a week ago, but now since it's gone up, you know. So Bread, where can Bread be? Let's just see what the prediction thing is with Bread. I'm gonna hold Bread, right? They say it's touted to be the next Coinbase. Whether that happens or not, I mean, who really knows? You know, it's important not to get hyped up with this stuff. You just have to take it all in. Okay, so they haven't got a prediction market here for bread. All right, they haven't added it to their list, but you know, it's a pretty shit list anyway. But bread, where I see bread, let's just go back to here. It's $2.34 now. Total supply is 88 million. Circulating supply is 50. So roughly 3/4 of the total supply is already on, and maybe the last quarter of the supply is, it could be company or it could be locked up. I'm not sure to be exactly. So let's just have a look at the markets. All right, so at the moment, all right, bread, it's still undervalued, right? Because it's only $2.34. The market cap is only 114 million. That is chicken feed, and it's only on one market, right? So let's just go to what was the last one we were talking about before? Tron. All right, let me show you what I mean. So when you go to Tron and you look at the markets, look at the markets, okay? You go to Tron and you click charts, which is default, right? And then you go to markets. So markets is where it's getting traded, okay? It's listed on these exchanges. So you got Binance, you got CoinNest, CoinEgg, Liqui, Gatecoin, HitBTC, OKX, Gatecoin, Yobit. I mean, Mercatox. Say that fast. Obviously, everything gets on Ether Delta. So as you can see, there's a list of exchanges here. I mean, there's different pairings, but I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 13 exchanges, 12 exchanges. Right? So this is my point. This is my point here. Right? When you go to bread, let's just go to bread again. It's seriously undervalued. Right? It's only got 140 million market cap, which is chicken feed. The total supply is under 100 million. It's 88 million. But it's only on one exchange. It hasn't even hit Bittrex yet. It hasn't even hit BTC or what? Hit BTC, Liqui. It hasn't even hit any of the Korean exchanges, because this is primarily a US ICO. You know, it hasn't even, it's only on one exchange, right? When it gets on like 10 exchanges, this price here, $2.34, this is going to go way, way, way up. So I think that once it gets on more exchanges, it's still early days. The market cap is only 140. You know, it's still got another, what, I don't know, maybe, what's 140 million? I mean, bread's good for a billion market cap, guys. Right? It's a solid enough project. They're looking at the next Coinbase, right? So they have Charlie Lee advising on the product side of it for bread, and he was the lead developer in Coinbase, right? He helped build Coinbase, and he's on the advisory board advising them how to build bread, right? So that tells you that they have the people in place. Whether they can implement, who really knows? They're on very limited exchanges at the moment. Well, they're on one, right? The market cap is chicken feed. So if I was you, I would be holding bread. for your dear life. It hasn't even got on Bittrex yet. When it gets on Bittrex, or when it gets on the big exchanges, it's going to go to the moon. So, you know, I'm just going to sit on bread and see where it goes. I'm grateful for the spike recently of 44 cents, and I'm sitting on 27,000 profit. So I think it's still another 10x into it, easy. If the market cap, if it goes to 1 billion, we might have to wait 12 months, 18 months, but it's still worth holding, right? Because if I can turn that 27,000 into $250,000 doing nothing but just holding, it's worth me doing that, right? So you have to analyze all these ICOs, and you have to, first of all, you need to know what's going on with these ICOs, right? So if you don't know what you're doing with ICOs, or you have no clue what ICOs is, you need to start to get with the program, guys, right? Now, Tai Lopez, right? Everyone knows Tai Lopez. He's like moving into the crypto space. He said, I have no idea of what about crypto, but I know what Bitcoin is. And now he's gathering all these experts on crypto. And I mean, he's connected. Okay, everyone knows Tai Lopez. He's a multimillionaire, and now he's moving into the crypto space because he understands the trend. Right now, he's talking about ICOs. And he's this guy here, which is Jeremy Gardner. He was one of the early adopters of Bitcoin, and then he created Augur, right? You guys know probably what Augur is. It's rumored to be listed on Coinbase, okay? The ticker is REP, R-E-P. Anyway, so here is Tai Lopez, and he's, you've probably been retargeted. This guy made his millions of dollars through selling products using Google AdWords. This is how he became a millionaire, right? So he spends money, gets a return on investment, and he spends so much to make so much. Now he's moved into, he spends millions of dollars on Facebook, and he spends millions of dollars on YouTube. Now, if you go on YouTube and you've been targeted as an entrepreneur, it's likely that you're going to show up before you watch the video. You'll get retargeted, or you'll get targeted and then retargeted from Tai Lopez, right? Because he's trying to sell you some sort of course on Bitcoin or something. But his information is good. I really respect him as a marketer, and he knows what he's talking about. He's well connected. So anyway, he's talking and he's interviewing this guy called Jeremy Gardner, and now he's like way into Bitcoin and way into crypto and blockchain and everything. He's an advocate for supporting this sort of stuff because he knows that there's already millions, multi-millionaires, young kids that have got into Bitcoin in 2011, 2013, and they're multi-millionaires. And this guy, Jeremy Gardner, is one of them, right? He's 25 years old and he's made $300 million, all right? So if Tai Lopez is talking about ICOs, you better bet your bottom dollar that if you're not, like if you're still doing your programs, that's great. But if you're still not, if you haven't even looked at doing ICOs, you're way behind the game, right? You're way behind the game because time's money, and until you figure out, what's going on with ICOs, you're gonna, I mean, like me, right? I've left everything, right? I've thrown away programs because programs are a waste of my time, right? Where the money is made is in ICOs, in my opinion. So all I do now is ICOs, and I trade, and then now I'm spotting this niche, right? Or I wouldn't say niche, I would say gap in the market. And I'm telling you, I'm good at spotting gaps in the market, all right? I made my first $1 million spotting a gap in the market, okay, when I was on eBay. Then I lost it all, right? But it doesn't matter. I still made it, right? And so I understand the power of trends and spotting these trends and getting in early before the masses do. And I think I kind of missed the boat with Bitcoin. But cryptocurrencies in general is still young, early days, okay? Now with ICOs, early days, right? 2018 is going to explode. So if you still aren't with ICOs, you need to get with ICOs, or you need to find out what the hell's going on. Because the longer you don't get this information, you're going to lose a lot of money. And if you guys know my live streams, I've been showing you my, my progress on ICOs lately. I've showed you many of my ICOs, but I mean, I don't mind showing you them now because I'm already, those ICOs have all passed, right? So I showed you Brad, I showed you Power Ledger, I showed you many of the other coins like PBL, HST. I just showed you Tron the other day. I just gave you another one, Nebulous. Right, there's going to be more coming. Right, but I'm to be honest, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm only giving you the crumbs. Right, I mean, people that took QuantStamp and profited from QuantStamp when I told you about buying QuantStamp as soon as it came. Now it's like 50 cents or something, right? So people watch my live streams and then they're like, dude, I want to go and buy it. They went and bought it and they made like 2 or 3x after the ICO, right? I told people to buy Wabi and they made profit on Wabi and they haven't even bought my course, right? So what you're going to get from me telling you this stuff is nothing compared to what you earn, in my opinion, from ICOs. And I said that I want to hit 5 million in ICOs, right? Now, I do want to tell you something. And I was upfront with you and totally honest when I said I want to hit 5 million with ICOs, right? But what I didn't say was that I will be able to do it. If I stop right now and do nothing, I'll be able to hit that mark. So I just need to bide my time. So at the end of the year, I said December 2018 that I'll make 5 million from ICOs. I think that is true, and I'll be able to do it with doing no more ICOs because the existing portfolio that I have, I think it's going to 10x. And I just showed you what I did with with Power Ledger, right? I think that's going to grow immensely. Bread's going to grow immensely, and there's also many other ICOs that I haven't showed you that I've already bought, right? Which haven't even come to market. And ones that I've showed you that have already launched, which I haven't showed you. So, based on my figures, I should hit 5 million doing nothing else. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to buy more ICOs and keep buying ICOs. So I might have kicked myself in the foot. But I mean, if I reach 5 million, I'll be happy. You know. So there's this market here right now, which is massive, and you need to get with the trends. You need to get with what's happening, because people are making squillions of dollars, and the people that, because I've been spying on these people, right? You can spy on people buying into these ICOs, right? You can spy on them. And I've been tracking a couple of these guys, and they're throwing 100 Ether minimum at an ICO. So what's Ether now? $900, right? They'll throw 100 and sometimes 150 to 200 Ether minimum. Right? I'm watching these guys or girls or whoever they are. I don't know who they are because you don't know, right? It's just an Ethereum address, and it just makes you sick. In the fact that they would, you know what I mean? Like, to normal people, they will go, there's no freaking way that I'll throw 90, 100 grand at something. But to them, they'll just throw a blink of an eye, okay? So you think, if they're going to throw that type of money at an ICO, what are they making back? You know what I mean? Some of these ICOs like Icon are 10xing. You look at Wabi, that 48x. So these people have thrown a lot of money at it, and it's obscene, the amount of money. It's almost like you can't comprehend, right? Obviously, the only way you comprehend is if you're making it. Then you get it, right? But you know what I mean? Like, to the normal people looking out, the normal people that don't have no clue what's going on, you're probably thinking $100 a day is a lot of money, and making money online is $100 a day. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good amount of money, right? But it's nothing compared to what these people are making. You know what I mean? It's just there's no way to describe it. You know what I mean? And it's the fastest way I know how to get to 7 figures, right? So let's just go to see if there's any more questions, and I'm gonna head off. Hey Ennis, how you going? How come every time I do a bloody live stream, this cat jumps all over me? Hey? Hey? She's a lovely little cat though. She's an adorable little cat. So if you've got any more questions, you might as well, maybe if I can help you with anything, just ask away. And yeah, look, don't get me wrong. Talon, yeah, definitely. Crumbs, yeah, definitely. I mean, definitely people made a lot of money, right? Yeah, what I mean by crumbs, I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean, like, you know, what you get from it is definitely a lot of money. I mean, if you would have got into QuantStamp, or you get into the other things that I've got into, you know, I show you what I'm doing. Right. I'm not gonna just say I'll get into this and then don't buy it. You know what I mean? I'll buy it at some point. I'll buy it, and then this is what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't care what you do. You can do what you do, but that's what I'm doing, right? So I've been monetary. I guess you could say mildly successful at the moment. I wouldn't say, you know, I would say some sort of success anyway. But there's still, you know, a lot of money to be made in this space. You know, that's why I'm really excited about it. So, but if you look at the context of things, what I'm telling people, what I'm doing outside ICO Gold Rush is nothing compared to what I'm doing inside ICO Gold Rush. I mean, I'm not going to tell you all my picks. All right, that'd be silly. That'd be silly to tell you what I'm buying, because, you know, if you buy ICO Gold Rush, then you will, right? So if you would have bought Bread, if you would have bought Powerledge, if you would have bought Icon, right? We're still waiting for Red Pulse and One Chain, right, to hit the market. Those things are going to moon. And look, I did get a question. I did get people say to me, "Oh, the course is too expensive." And I get that, because I understand where, you know, I used to be at the point where, you know, to spend $1,000 on a course is a lot of money to some people, right? But it's not just a course, right? It's an education suite, and it's the beginning of something, of a journey into something that will hopefully take you to somewhere where you always wanted to go. I've got so many messages from people in ICO Gold Rush that are grateful because of taking the course and the amount of money that they've made, and it's changing their life, right? And when I look back on it and I think, yeah, I started this to make money, to obviously help people and make money. But when you see people's lives changing, and it literally changes, because then they get to a point where they don't have to worry about money anymore. When I'm seeing that evolve, it's like, you know what I mean? It just makes you happy, because there's so much crap, and so many people are invested in programs that they've lost money in, including myself. And you keep on putting money into these programs. Stop doing that activity. Stop investing money into these people, these admins of programs. Stop doing it. Instead, take that money and invest in yourself. Get the knowledge, all right? Take control and take some responsibility, and start doing something like investing in ICOs, where you are the person that calls the shots, right? You're the person that calls the shots, right? And once you learn how to do it properly, how you learn how to do ICOs properly, you find that there's risk there, but the risk is very minimal compared to the return. I think the average ICO is returned about 5x. Okay, now obviously you got to know which ones are they, but I'm talking about the average of ICOs that are the good ICOs. There's a lot of shit ones out there as well. So that's what I'm saying to people. Stop throwing money at these admins, which will stop paying you within 2 years. They'll all stop paying you, and start getting education in yourself. You know what I mean? Arch, if you're excited about BitConnect, fantastic, mate. Good for you. Love your enthusiasm. I mean, each to their own, right? You know, if people want to get involved in that stuff, that's fantastic. For me, it's not my cup of tea, but you know, that's just me. Yeah, sorry, it has gone to market, but sorry, I was thinking of One Chain. Yeah, Red Pulse is on KuCoin, but it's still unlimited. It's still unlimited exchanges. You know what I mean? Once it gets to more exchanges, so even Red Pulse is one that it's so undervalued, it's ridiculous, and One Chain is one as well. You know what I mean? So you got to know that. You got to know these tokens when they hit the exchange, which ones are undervalued. I just showed you Bread was so undervalued, right? From the market cap, from the exchanges that it's on, Bread is only like 2 or 3 weeks old from the tokens. So do your research into Bread, right? Go and have a look at the team. Go have a look at what they're doing. And you'll find that Bread is so undervalued. It's ridiculous, right? It's only on one exchange. One exchange. Started with a few $100s. I'm over 7K. Thanks, dude. No worries. Don't know why you waste your time. You know what? I'm here to help people, right? And I don't need to do these live streams. I make, you know, I'm gonna, like I said, my current portfolio, I should reach 5 million by the end of the year. I don't need to do this stuff. Trust me. I can just sit back and do nothing. But what drives me is to help people. I see so many people getting burnt in this space. It's ridiculous. And the reason is because the people that are seeing burnt, they're not taking personal responsibility of their future. They're throwing money at someone else, right? Which they believe is going to do the right thing. And mathematically, historically, we know they won't. All right? So once you understand and take some responsibility for yourself and understand that if you keep going down this path, you're going to get the same results. And that's why I told everyone, like in July, September, that I was cutting programs. I'm done with programs. And there were some big programs that just got, you know, that were getting bigger, like US High Tech. There was a few others ones. I could have gone into them, built teams. But I didn't want to, because I knew that ICOs is way bigger than US High Tech will ever be. In the sense of my profits. Can you make $5 million in a year from US High Tech? We all know the answer is no. So I mean, you can make great money in US High Tech, but for me personally, I'm going for my money ball, right? I'm going for the best option, right? To make the most money in the least amount of time with the least amount of work, right? And building teams is hard. Doing ICOs is easy, all right? If you know what you're doing. So, for pound for pound, bang for your buck, hands down, it's ICOs, right? I don't have time to be chasing people and motivating people to join my team. Been there, done that. Doesn't work for me. How much is the course? The course itself is $1,099 a one-time pay with Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Dash, or Bcash. I recommend use Bcash, Litecoin, or Dash because it's easier. Bitcoin will take longer, and they're going to charge you fees. And you get the course, and then you get the support through the Slack group, and you get the weekly webinars, which we discuss. Let me drum roll. We discuss what ICOs you should be looking at getting into. Woohoo! So every week we discuss more ICOs, which are the best ones. So everything's there for you to succeed. You just need to take action. NG's like NG is like my brand name. Gavin is my real name. Yeah. Yeah, and look, I said to someone the other day, I can't remember. I won't worry about I won't find out who he is, but yeah, but basically he said, "Oh, you can't afford to come into it," and I said to him, "You can't afford not to get into it, right?" There's people that in ICO Gold Rush that have already made 100K, multiple people, and there's multiple people that have made 30, 40,000, 10,000. Many people have made more than the money of the course that within a month, and these are people that are total newbies. So where will we be in at the end of 2018? Hopefully everyone's gonna. I mean, I like everyone to be at least 6 figures. There's going to be some people that are going to be at 7 figures. I know the people that in this group, right, that are going to be at 7 figures. I know they will be, and you know that just blows me away because I've never seen that in any type of programs where just normal average people with no following, no social media, nothing, right? They basically have no presence online. They don't know how to build teams, so they're never successful at building programs, and they can be successful and reach 6 to 7 figures with ICOs because you don't need to build teams with ICOs. You just research ICOs, you invest what you can afford to lose, then you cash out. The kicker is knowing which ones to get into because there's a lot of pitfalls, and you need the support there, right? Because you don't know what you don't know. So that's why we've got the support there to help you. So then you can ask as many questions as you want, and we have live streams as well, right? So it's pretty much a no-brainer. The only way that you're going to fail is if you do jack shit, and then that's not my responsibility. That's on you. You know what I mean? If you buy the course and do nothing and expect a refund, you're not getting it, all right? But if you buy the course and you invest in 10 ICOs, and after a year you don't make money, which is, I don't know how you can not make money, but if you don't, then I'll refund you at the cost that you paid for it. You know what I mean? That's fair, right? So really, you can't afford not to be in these, right? You've already missed the big power ledgers, the icons, the red pulses, the one chains, the bread, Quant Stamp, Wabi. Do I need to keep going? Right? Do I need to keep going? You've already missed that. And if you want to get to the point where you want to leave your job or leave your 7 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, in my opinion, ICOs is the fastest way. So you can't not afford to get up to speed as fast as you can to know exactly what you're doing and then start profiting from it, because you're going to see exactly what other people are doing, right? So you can't afford not to get this course. $1,099 is chicken feed, and I did a questionnaire in the in our Slack group, and I said, do you think that I should raise the price? Because in my opinion, I think there's two sides of the coin there. I want as many people to get into it at $1,099 because it's still undervalued. If you've got 7 figure earners that have taken the course and made over 7 figures or made over $1 million, it's worth more than $1,099. I could charge 10 grand. People would still buy it. But would the majority of people buy it? Would be able to afford it? Probably not, because, you know, they don't see the value of it, or they just have things holding them back, right? But before I go, let me ask you this, right? Let me ask you this. If, hang on a second. Oops. Let me ask you this, and I think you already know the answer to this. If I was to say the course costs $1,099, you get this, you get this, you get this. You know, you learn everything about ICOs. You'll know what are the upcoming ICOs. You just do your due diligence, follow the course, and then invest. Okay, and if you do that, you're going to get $1 million, right? So you pay $1,099, and you get it. Now, this is hypothetically, of course, right? I mean, obviously, I can't guarantee this stuff. I won't guarantee this stuff, but I'm just saying hypothetically. See, because people want certainty in their life. That's why they go to a day job, because they want certainty, and they settle for less. Okay, that's the truth of it all. If you're still at a day job, you're settling for less, right? You've already set the bar so low that you're prepared to take that bar at that level because of certainty, right? Because you know you've put yourself into in the situation that you got to pay your bills, and you have to honor your bills. Understand that. So I don't. Again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but that's what you've set the bar so low that's what you're willing to accept, right? And what I'm saying to you is, don't accept that, all right? So if I was to say to you, yeah, here's $1 million, join the course for $1,009, and there's $1 million, how many people would buy it? The answer is obvious, right? The answer is obvious. Now, if you have a winning mindset and you come into it and go, okay, I'm going to spend $1,099. I'm going to learn everything that NG Gavin knows. I'm going to learn everything, and I want to get all the support I need to make it happen. I just need to apply it. Will I get to 7 figures? Maybe I might get to 7 figures. Maybe I might exceed it. Or maybe I might fall short and only get 999,999 cents. Hey, I didn't make it by 1 cent. Are people going to throw their hands up the air and go, oh, it's a scam? Of course they're not, right? If you come in with a winning mindset and go, I'm going to make this happen, right? You're already like, this is what stops people. This is what stops people, right? The mindset is what stops people. And people say, oh, it's $1,099. Oh, you know, and then I post I post what I've made personally, and you're going to see a lot more in the future. And then people go, oh, gee, I wish I made that. Well, you had every option to, right? So what's holding you back? It's not about the money, guys, right? It's never about the money, because I just said before, if you joined and you would immediately get $1 million, how many people would join? Everyone would spend $1,099 to get $1 million, all right? They would find the money. So it's not about the money. It's never about the money. It's about the mindset of what you believe, what you're willing to settle for. That's what it's about, guys, all right? And the people that I see saying, oh, it's not worth it, or it's just some course, or, you know, I can get the information for free. I can see that side of it, but again, maybe they don't have all the information. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't even know what the course is about, or what you get and what's involved. So the way to find that out is just to go to icoguyrush.net. All right. So I'm about making a change in 2018. I've been down that route for the last 9 to 10 years of trying to make money online and then failing, succeeding, and doing rev shares, and then growing that multiple teams into the thousands, and then for that to fall over, and I won't be doing it in any more programs. I'm done with them, right? I'm doing something far more superior with faster returns, in my opinion, and that's the way I'm going. So far, it's working out. All right. So with that said, think about it for a second. But there's one undeniable point which I think I've made, and if you don't get involved in this stuff, you don't find out what's going on with ICOs. I mean, you got here Ty Lopez, one of the biggest gurus. He's made millions of dollars, and now he's just started to get onto Bitcoin, and he's talking about ICOs. What is all this ICO stuff? So if he's talking about it, and you're not even contemplating or thinking about what ICOs can do for your life, then you're really going to miss the boat, and there's nothing I can do about that. That's on you. Okay? So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Good or bad, I did give you some value, I hope. I think that Nebulous is going to be a fantastic buy. I told you about Tron yesterday. I think the Nebulous long term is going to be, it's going to be massive. It's an infrastructure project, guys. All right. So you can buy this on Hubi Pro here. All right. Nebulous. Long term, I think this is going to go to the moon. It's going to go to the moon, right? Just in my opinion. I just spent $7,000, okay? So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And I invite you guys to join ICO Gold Rush. And what else was there? There was a couple of other things I mentioned. I can't remember now. So thanks for watching, guys. Binance was down. I think Binance is down again. Okay. Maybe they're still doing their thing. Yeah, Chris, it was $3.99 for the core people. Then we closed it off, and then it was now it's $1,099. I said that once we close it off, it'll be over $1,000. So I stuck to that, and now it's $1,099. Now in the future, who knows? But once we hit 7 figures, once we get people that have hit 7 figures and I don't know, I'm going to be very, I want to listen to the community, but I'm going to put the price up. I don't think I'll put the price up a lot, but I will put, it's worth it. The value is there, right? The value is in the course, and value is in the community, and the value is in, you know, I mean, you're about to piggyback everything that I do. You're going to see my portfolio. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? What's that worth to you? You know what I mean? My portfolio, I'm going to hit 5 million this year. What's that worth to you? I should be charging you exactly 5 million, 5 grand. It should be minimum. You know what I mean? I'm cutting my throat here by offering such a small price. But I tell you what, once I hit 5 million, the price is going to go up. And once 7 figures, once people, members inside ICO Gold Rush have made over $1 million, I'm going to put the price up because it's still worth it. You know what I mean? So $1,099 is still cheap compared to what it'll be in the future. But don't sit around and wait. Right? Rob, how much did you make? Rob, you know, you made a post in the Slack group, right? You made some good profits, right? From one of your trades. So there you go. You know what I mean? Rob just recently joined. And he's doing really well, you know. So anyway, with that said, I just want to help more people. I want to get people, getting people out of these bullshit programs that are nothing gonna screw you over, stop paying you one day, and start investing in yourself. Start actually doing something, making a change. And ICOs, I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. ICOs is just like a godsend after rev shares. Absolutely is. And I absolutely love it. I'm very passionate about and it's the way I'm going to get to 5 mil this year. So with that said, thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate you all. Don't forget to, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. And then next to the subscribe button, all right, I'll show you this one here on Ty Lopez's, right? So here, this is Ty Lopez's one. Do this on my channel. Click on the subscribe. It'll be red. Once you click on subscribe, it'll turn grey, like I'm here. And then next to it, click on this bell. Okay? So once you click on the bell, it'll put these little kind of things above it, which is like a ringing sound. Click on that. So then you're going to get a notification from YouTube that once I do another video, you're going to get a notification saying, hey, Gavin's doing another video. Okay? So do that on YouTube. Then you won't miss my, hit me up, put a like, put a comment. I don't usually say many stuff on YouTube or anything. But leave a comment and get my subscriber base up on YouTube, because all I see on YouTube right now is just a bunch of people promoting these scam programs, and they're getting people involved in this stuff, and I think it's just the blind leading the blind. You know what I mean? You make some short-term gains, but long-term, you're setting yourself up for failure. So I just want people to get on the straight and narrow, do the legit shit, because there's freaking so much money to be made. You don't even need to go there with this shady lending program garbage. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Sorry if I offended anyone, but you know, this is just my channel. It's my live streams. I can say what I want. So with that said, thanks everyone. What's today? I gotta look at the day. It's Thursday today. I'm so pumped because I'm just looking at my Blockfolio thing, and I think last night I made an extra $40,000. All right, so I'm absolutely ecstatic. So with that said, you guys have a fantastic day.